Hello and happy President's Day to everyone in the United States. How's everybody doing? Oh, I forgot to put this up on the Discord. Let me do that right now. I always forget to do something. Okay, let me... Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. All right, so how are we all doing today? Are you feeling presidential? Did you pray to Washington today? So we've got NGB, PC Load Letter, Beatlocks. PC Load Letter, how was Gloomhaven yesterday? You had a LAN party, right? Talisman Solutions is here as well. Hey, how's it going? Sign of what? Impending doom? Yes, absolutely. And Crippled, Cerizal, Daring Dick, Trinity the Gamer, Iridius, Sleep Sin. Alright. The whole party's here. Okay, so, I'm gonna do a couple things today. Just kind of miscellaneous things. I do have some stuff to unbox, but really it's kind of pointless. It's just retooled Cherry MX Blacks and some split springs from Originative. So it's not like it's, you know, anything new. So we're not going to do that. But what I do need to do is I need to finish this build up. So this was done 2 Fridays ago. Yes. Which would put it at 10 days ago. And so there were some switches that needed replacing. And we also need to change the caps lock to stepped caps lock. Oh, it's a tabletop RPG game? Dude, I have no idea. I apologize. I thought it's a PC game. Gloomhaven is a tabletop RPG game. It's good. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. My elder brother used to be really into board games. I think he still kind of is. Because his friends all play board games. I'm not. My younger brother plays board games, but not really. He just plays it as a social thing, you know. I don't bother. I think I mentioned before why I just stopped playing board games. It's mostly just because I don't like sometimes the animosity that builds up. That shit, I don't know, man. Maybe it's also why I don't like watching TV shows. I don't know. The worst, because it was... I will play with my elder brother, and you know, most of his friends are married or couples. Pretty much all of them are married now. And so it'll be him and his wife, and then 2 or 3 other friends with their wives as well. And holy shit, man. So I'll be the only single guy there. And you know, first of all, I'm the only single guy, and I'm not familiar with almost any of them because they're not my friends. And Jesus Christ, man, people get really into it, and you know, it always ends up being just like spouses will just start teaming up and shit. It gets old so fast. I think a good rule should be, if you're a couple, you should not be playing a board game. You know, if it's not a co-op kind of game or a team game, couples should not be playing against each other in like a free-for-all board game. They really shouldn't. And that should be, you know, they should make it a law, at least in the U.S. You know, I should write to my congressman. It just causes so much shit, man. Okay, you mostly enjoy the co-op ones? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think maybe I would enjoy the co-op ones. I don't know. But yeah, people just bring too much drama. And then even for me at my, you know, quite a few of my friends would have, you know, spouses that they would bring in. Yeah, like I said, I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate playing board games that you know, where there's at least one couple. Oh, it just brings everything down, you know. Cause it's always some shit like, you know, if let's say the guy makes a move that is targeting the spouse, then oh, are you sabotaging me? Oh, and then they'll get, you know, there'll be feelings involved. I hate that. Oh, and yeah, I remember that last time I played board games, was, yeah. So it was one of those where, you know, the guy was doing something that was against the wife, and then she goes, "Oh, is this because, you know, I didn't do the dishes last week?" I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" And then she started crying and shit. I'm like, "Oh fuck, oh." And you know what? That's just too much for me. That's just I cannot deal with that. And GA333, hey, how's it going? Says also that's to buy Springs, man. You should. Also, you said the slideshow was giving you the feels. Which pictures did you like? So we added some new ones. Beatlock says he's still waiting on shipping notice from Sprit. Make sure you're home to pick it up, or that you have time to go to the post office, because he uses this annoying shipping thing where you have to sign for them. And if you don't sign for them, they get turned back to the post office, and you only get a week to pick it up from the post office before it gets turned back to Sprit. It's annoying as hell. Okay, so this switch, I just need to... This one, I just need to make it stat caps lock, so I'm gonna take this one out. I'm 500 feet from the closest post office. Holy shit, that is awesome. I'm pretty jealous. I mean, I'm kind of close to the post office, but still, you know, you still walking there would be like 15-20 minutes. So it's close, but not that close, you know. Sounds like you can make a TV series out of that, like a reality TV show. Dude, I just hate it, man. Like, all that drama. Oh, I cannot stand it. I just don't like direct conflict, you know. 1 in a million. Hey, how's it going? Okay, this switch we don't want. Set this aside. And then this one, the tilde key. And F8. So these are just switches that sound weird. So I looped another 10 to replace them. This new desoldering gun is so good. So good. Cripple says, I thought the keyboard hobby was expensive, then I looked at hand-carved wood pipes, and those are like 500, 750. Yes, keyboards are actually a pretty affordable hobby, because even compared to audio, it's cheap as hell, man. Alright, so... Oh, lol, it's a win keyless board. What am I doing? This is an extra switch. Okay. Also, Beatlock, I saw your, oh, I guess, well, here it's Beatlocks with an S. I saw your video on the 19X. How do you like it? I mean, you said you really like it, but... Is there any issues? Have you tried putting switches in the plate yet? Let's see. Escape. And then what else did I replace? I think that's it, right? Yes. What is your opinion on Alps? What is your favorite Alps switch? I think the best Alps switch that I've tried was the... what do I call it? SKCM Browns. Those are expensive though. What I think about them? Same thing with Topro, where, you know, they're interesting, but it's not a good whole package. Because with MX switches, at least you get, or MX style switches, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not environment, but system? Ecosystem. There we go. Ecosystem. That's what I'm thinking of. Ecosystem. Yes. One step gaming. Yes. Ecosystem. So, MX style or cherry style switches have a great ecosystem, like the best, right, out of all the switches. But Alps, you know, like Topra, just does not have a good ecosystem. Topra actually has it better. Although Alps, there are ways to you know, there's always the Alps to MX adapters and stuff like that, but yeah, just, you know, and then at least you get more options in terms of custom keyboards compared to Topro, where, you know, there's almost no custom options. Yeah, just not great ecosystems. I think that they're not worth, like, unless you just have a fuck ton of money sitting around and you just have, you know, all the MX boards that you want already and you just want something new. Unless you want, yeah, that's you, I would just go with an MX build, honestly. Okay, that switch sounds so much better now. There's still one that is problematic, but I don't know if it's just the... PCBs and plates, yes. That is also a problem, yeah. Okay, let's see. And Tawny, welcome to the stream. Vlog says, like it so far, needs to bring some spirit, more Helios, GMK stabs. LED indicators. Did not expect to get it this quick from their free shipping. Yes, so their keyboard kits, especially the more expensive ones, come with like a 2-day shipping, 2-3-day shipping. The fastest I've received from them was 1 business day. I shit you not, 1 business day. You ordered, they ordered the day before, or like the, or the Friday before, something like that, and it arrived in 1 fucking business day from China. Blows my mind how they were able to do it. I guess it's just the good old ISO plate things. Yeah, so the ISO cutout makes this switch just sound different from the rest. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, the tilde always gets fucked. Not tilde, the pipe. Pipe and forward slash, I want to say. This just called me while I was at work, and a dude asked if he could leave it in my mailroom. So how long did it take you? That says, who did you order from? No, KBD fans. I'm talking about KBD fans. Yeah, 1 business day was the fastest. It's insane. And it's free shipping. We didn't even pay for express shipping. It was the included, it was the included express shipping. I think that's another thing that KBD fans maybe needs to advertise better. Is, people think, oh man, it's a KBD fans board, but it's, it's $230 or $250, why don't you just, and people are like, oh, if you're gonna spend $250 on a KBD fans board, why don't you just spend, a little more, $400 for a TXCP or something? And it's like, no, the difference is the KBD fans board includes express shipping for that $250. With the TXCP, it says 400, but really it's 400 something. And then you add shipping, it ends up being 500 something dollars. And now it's twice the price. Right? So, very different. I still think, of course, the TXCP is a better board. First of all, the layout's not even the same, right? But yeah, it's a better board, but you pay twice as much. And yeah, and most people, when they think of custom keyboard kits, they don't think about the shipping cost. But with KBD fans and stuff, all of it includes shipping. Alright, so I think... Okay, much better. Oh man, yeah, this, I really needed to swap the right shift. And then what was the other key? Escape, F8, okay, just these 4. Sweet. Did you place an order for the G60? No, I didn't. The last custom keyboard kit I bought was the Chiwi, and I honestly don't even know when I'll buy the next. When I'll make my next purchase. I don't know, just haven't really seen... Like, the last one that I really considered buying was the Xeno. I was really close to getting it. But then, the 2 Zephyrs I saw kind of stopped me from doing it in the end. Chiwi 2 stainless steel, yes. It's gonna be pretty nice. Gawk has been telling me about it. He's kept me updated on the Chiwi 2, and so I'm gonna sell mine. I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and build mine. And Gawk is trying to get some plates cut for the Chiwi 1 and 2. They're gonna use the same plate layout and everything. Yeah. So you know what would be nice if you get a steel Chiwi, and then maybe you can ask them to just leave it bare or something. So don't even bother anodizing it. Take it and get it Cerakoted or powder coated. Oh, that would be nice. That would be beautiful. And I think that the Chiwi has nice bezels to show off your custom color as well. So I think, yeah, if the Chiwi 2, I think that's gonna be my next buy. Love fresh. Yeah, that's why I said, if you can ask them to leave it bare, hopefully, maybe I can talk to Gawk about it. Maybe I can ask him to just like, we'll have an option for, you know, just polished bare or brushed bare steel. That would be nice. Just unfinished. GA223AE says he didn't like the Zephyrs. I didn't like the anodizing and the quality control. I didn't think that there was stuff that I'm okay with. I think most people will be fine, but you know, I am pretty picky when it comes to anodizing and you know, scratches and stuff like that. So it's not gonna work for me. All right, let's put it back in the case, and now we can wrap this board up. Beatlaw says 3 business days plus weekend. Okay, so 3 business days. Yeah, because I mean, weekend doesn't count. So 3 business days. And yes, PayPal fees are included. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes. Because yeah, when I buy from Kin, I think you still have to pay for the extra PayPal fees, I think. It's like 4 or 5% or some shit. Also, I think if you ask me, I think I prefer the real HHKB layout over the 7U one. I think that for the 7U space bar, that should belong on, you know, just a Sangan full, you know, like a proper 60%, so with the control keys. But if we're gonna do HHKB, I think that the 6U layout is the way to go, with the offset space bar. We have to put Gawk a message or something. Yeah. I should probably talk to him about it. He messaged me earlier. I haven't responded yet, I think. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Zio says refusing all the Xenos that do not come in the right shade of purple. Yeah, I mean, I am hopeful that the quality control will be better on the Xeno than the Zephyrs, but again, you know, I'm more of a I'll believe it when I see it. And Dodhead, thank you so much. 14 months. Look at that. You're an old man here, man. Old man, 14 months. I think there's only 3 people with 14 months. 3 or 4. 14 months and above. I think God's was the longest. I think 15. That first says true HHKB is legit. 7U space makes me think it is even less symmetrical. Yes. That's the one thing people don't understand. See, so if we go to the HHKB layout, hold on. And then what's I guess Tokyo 60 would be one. There's an easy. Let me look for a picture. And then what would be I guess on my Imgur it should be fine. Hold on. Imgur images. Really wish the G60. Yes, I wish 6U spacebars were standard, honestly. I think it's way more versatile than 7. And 6U, 75%, 6U is the way to go. Not 6.25, not 7. If it's a 75%, if it's a 1800, compact 1800, any of those, 6U is the way to go. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm looking for this. My God. You know what? I can just look at. Duck. Where are my duck boards? Okay, here we go. Oops. Invidious Ignamorous, thank you so much for the follow, as well as Special K. Thank you, thank you. Oh, the display is the wrong display. What the hell? There we go. Okay, so this is the HHKB layout, and then this is the MX HHKB layout. Do I have a better picture than this? Maybe this one? Okay. No, give me a full picture, god damn it. Alright. Okay, so my main argument for using the 6U over the... Oh, I just realized the slideshow is still going. Let me take that away. What the hell is the slideshow thing? Alright, so people are kind of weird about the MX HHKB because they say that HHKB is the best layout because it's well thought out and everything, right? And backspace here makes so much more sense. FN here and the arrow keys are fucked up to begin with, but whatever. But the one thing that they always forget is that the bottom row is not supposed to be symmetrical. It is shifted to the left because your hands when you're typing. So, HHKB users are always about, oh yeah, it's more ergonomic that way, blah, blah. Your hands are shifted to the left side of the keyboard because of the home row. So, your hands are going to be, it's going to be ASDF here and JKL over here. So your thumbs are going to be shifted to the left as well on the spacebar. So on a 7U, see if you look at the... See, so where I'm typing over here, see how my thumbs are all the way to just the left side of the spacebar? See, look at that. So on a 6U, it's shifted over to this side. So then it makes more sense. So if you are arguing that, the HHKB layout is the best layout, then you should be doing the proper HHKB layout. And then people are like, well, it doesn't look as symmetrical. Well, that's another thing though. The HHKB layout has always not looked completely symmetrical, right? See how you've got these two? And then of course the keyboard layout to begin with is, there's more stuff on this side than on this side. So, you've got the two extra keys here as well. So this whole thing shifted here looks better because, okay, look at the gap here between this key here and this key. Okay, so over here and over here. See that? Compared to this over here and this over here. See, the whole layout is already shifted towards the left, right? And then, so this just makes more sense. And it's why they put the logo over here. Because there's a bigger space here. So that's why on HKB boards, you see that logo over there. It's just to make it look smaller. So to fill up that space, to hide the asymmetry. So I like the... And again, things are not about being completely symmetrical, right? You learn about this in kerning, for example. you know, how letters fit with each other in a word or in a sentence. And it's not about what is truly symmetrical, it's about what looks symmetrical to the eyes. And so yeah, so I think that the true HHKB layout just looks a bit cleaner than the other one, because the other one, it really draws attention to how not symmetrical everything else is. Like, if we got the bottom row, it's perfectly symmetrical, and then now you see, oh, that whole thing is not symmetrical. Oh, there's a split here and there's no split here. And of course, then you get the thumbs issue where, you know, your hands are already shifted to the left side anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up this keyboard. I'm gonna swap the other these as well, actually, while I'm at it. Classic case design a G60, it's timeless. Can't wait to get mine. Yeah, but that space bar, man. Zeal has actually halted temporarily the shipment of the Zephyr Round 2 because of the QC things, and I think he's getting the purple redone. So yeah, so at least it looks like he's doing something, so that's great. I like when a vendor or a group buy runner sticks to, you know, their word, sticks to making a good product. Oh no. No. Oh, that's yellow. Also yellow. Where are my warm whites? Oh, that is nice. Now, I need to screw the board together. Man, I really hate the tiny non-magnetic screws that KBD fan supplies. Cripple says, I haven't really looked at Geek Hack, but I feel if I don't, I miss on cool stuff. So I try to look at group by discussion and sort by new posts, but it seems like so updates are already closed. Group buys. That says, I just leave GH in spy mode. Read periodically. I haven't posted there in a long time. I have not checked Geek Hack in a long time. The only times I do check Geek Hack are either when there's some shit going down and someone's showing something on stream, like in Twitch chat or something, or when it's something made by Gawk, like a post made by Gawk, then I'll go check it out. Other than that, yeah, I'm fine. But yeah, I think it's that fear of missing out that's, you know, I've been trying to be better about that, and so, you know, I try not to check RMK all the time, stuff like that. Yeah, because then you feel like you have to buy everything. Is it too bright? Might be a bit too bright, huh? Change the camera. Oh, that freaked me out. Alright. So, I'll test the keys real quick and make sure everything's working fine before I pack it up tomorrow. Let's go there. Okay, and do a quick typing test again. Acoustics of the board. So I was not too impressed with the... We did the... Was it Zilio V2 or Xylent V2? I think it was Zilio V2. I did not really like them on the 8X that we built. But I think that was more a problem with the Zilio V2 springs than with the board itself. And that plate also had some issues. That was an aluminum plate. This one is the brass plate version. This plate is cut pretty well, which is surprising because usually brass plates have more issues with cutting CNC problems than with aluminum because aluminum is softer. But over here, I don't hear any of the... Yeah, see? Listen to that. Let me see. And let me get a PBT spacebar as well. I hope this is a straight spacebar. Straight enough. Oops. Nope, this is not a straight spacebar. Lol. Let me see if I can find one. I need to just throw it away if it's not straight. What the fuck? So you don't hear the spring sound at all. You don't hear the metallic ping sound that you get from, say, the M60 without the internal weight, the IKBC or KBC MF87, and the Nobauer CM. The Cooler Master Nobauer case as well. Right, those, the spacebar just sounded pretty bad because it was really pingy, but listen to that. You just hear that plasticky sound and that's it. See? You don't hear metal, you don't hear anything like that, you don't hear that reverberating ping. That's it. Pretty good. So better get the brass plates for the 8X over aluminum based on the past two builds? No idea, because I've seen some horrible brass plates from KBD fans. No, honestly, I have no idea. The thing with them is that they make so many batches and they make so many small revisions as well. You never quite know what you're gonna get. I don't think the first 8X I built had those plate problems, and the second one I did. Both aluminum plates. Second one had a problem. So I would say get whichever one, and then just work with them on replacements if the plate isn't cut well. Just do that, I think, is the best way to do it. But if you never had a brass board, why not? Right? Just the brass seems pretty nice on this one. And also, actually, Hammer Butter, they are working on a round or version, or well, revision. So it's gonna be it's gonna be kind of like a V4, not even V4, right? Round 4, where it's the, you know, that's a revision. Yeah, so they're gonna revise it. So this one is round 2. Round 3 was with the jewels or the diamonds or whatever. And then the round 4 will be a bit different and some things are going to change. So I would wait on that. Maybe it could be good. Who knows? Apparently it's happening soon. Soon, TM. Yeah, but look at those indicators, man. That is nice. So yeah, most of the time your numlock's going to be on anyway. So this isn't blinding and it's not annoying. It's just there. It's a nice muted color. Who has 6U stabs? I actually have some. Are you doing a build of 6U? Is it possible to 6U on the 19X? I thought it's only 6.25 and 7. Do they have a 6U option? Because if it is 6U, then the only one that I've seen was... I don't remember. Was it Flash Quark or something? Some US based vendor. And of course it's just, they just make the wire. Wait. So does it support the 6U? I mean, I don't know. You're the one buying it. I don't know. Is it a supported layout? Do the plate and PCB support the 6U? Tally, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 6-9. Alright, so this board is done. That's good, that's good. So I can finally pack this up. And then another nice thing is, KBD fans get it when it comes to bezels and stuff. See how you don't see the switches? That's something that annoys me. Because even on the Tina, you can still see the switches, even with the... See, like on this wood case, for example. Of course, this isn't a perfect example because it uses XDA caps, but still. See, I hate this shit. Where you can see the housings, the switch housings. But here, none of that. None of that. See, so the walls are tall enough to stop the bad hombres from coming in. I mean, to stop the housings from being visible. Nice looking TKO. Yeah, I mean, for the price, it's great. Oh, analyzing review. I looked at that during the unboxing. So, I would say this is not average, but average KBD fans anodizing. Not as good as the tofu. You can see that the top is slightly lighter in shade than the bottom as well. Yeah, so I would say this is like, yeah, average KBD fans. But average KBD fans is a little better than average anodizing. So for this one, I'd give it a 6. I think it's fair. 6. 6 or 7. Just nothing, you know, just nothing incredible. Like tofu would be a 9. The tofu that I have. Not every tofu out there, but the one I have is a 9. And then yeah, that one is a 6. It's just there. Okay, so we got done with that. And so next thing on the list, we're either gonna harvest some vintage black switches, or we could do more behind the scenes stuff, and I'll do an outro scene, so whichever one you guys want. There's an easy fix for that. Only look at it from one angle. No, I do have split springs and some retooled black switches, but I mean, it's nothing special, so I'm not gonna bother unboxing those. Although, if we do the switch harvesting, where is it? It's technically an unboxing because it's still in the box. Check that out. So this is a Wise keyboard, the French ANSI layout. Already opened it. So this is where most people get their vintage black switches from. I bought this in a private, or not private, but a small group buy run by Kevin Plus. I wonder where he is. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, so it has the crazy, I think there's 10.25 U space bar or something like that. Oh lordy. Is it worth the trouble to get NOS? Even with Gateron yellows, I would not do the black and clear housings. I would just get either the milky housings or something else. But yeah, probably not worth it. Depends on what you want to do with them. Although I will say the recent batch of retooled blacks I've received are worse than these. And in my experience, these have less issues with clicking than with the recent Gateron switches. Oh, you're already not a linear guy? Yeah, then don't even bother, dude. It's not worth your time. Or you can just pick up a handful of these. That's the milky Gateron yellows that we used for the COD 67 were really good. Those actually, after modding, felt really nice. After lubing and stuff. Felt and sounded really nice. Definitely the best Gaterons I've tried. But yeah, but the recent Gateron switches have just all sorts of issues. Those were kind of old stockish. Yeah, the new Gaterons have the clicking problem, which is super annoying. Because when it's bad, you can actually feel it when you're pushing down a switch. Check this shit out. Oh, of course, the shitty part is I have to actually take the keycaps off. That's kind of annoying. I love you. PC Low Letter with the gift sub from Talisman Solutions. Thank you so much. 37 now. Look at that. I had 2 of those NOS Wise boards. They're honestly pretty good. Not like Telio Smooth, but as good or better than current retool blacks. That's it about them in sound. Yes, that's the thing. So
Yeah.
and Tally with 904 bits. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I think that Telios are still smoother, but I don't like the sound as much as the cherry black sound. And then of course the new Telios have that clicking problem, which is just annoying to me. If you have not felt that at all, good. Just keep that. Because once you know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's... And you notice that in your switches, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Because I wasn't the only one with issues with the new Zeal switches. Linears. This is a problem with the linears. Because with the tactile bump is so big that you don't feel the clicking problem and some of the other issues. You can really tell the difference from a board that's been used since 1990 and stuck in a box since 1990. Yeah. You know what we need? We need to get one of those, the QC machines where they're just pushing down the switches, you know, until they break, basically. So if we could get that and just put our switches, like, you know, take this board and just put it under that machine, wear them in, oh, that would be amazing. Flip the board over and press down your foot, yes, and get lead poisoning. Or I guess, well, if you have the case on, then I guess, yeah, but it's fine. I don't know why I thought that you would do it without the case on. But I guess so. You could do that, maybe. And now, a little bit of sounding. No. The milky housings sound better. They have a deeper sound to them. More pleasant, not just deeper, but just a more pleasant sound. See, this is the worst shit when the pins are bent, because then you can't just yank them out. You have to slowly pry them out. I don't even know what to do with these switches yet, honestly. I don't know if I'm gonna use them or I'm gonna sell them. Probably sell them. I'm not even a linear kind of guy. ASMR really is doing it for, yes. Sounds like a really heavy duty vibrator. That's what it sounds like. Also, I just remembered I was gonna take the keycaps off. God damn it. Where's my keycap puller? Wish I could fast forward right now. Yes. This is absolutely terrible. Maybe what I should do is I should mute the mic. I had no idea there's meetups on the east side. I know there's one in Washington. Rita says, I have to go in with some solder wick on those bent joints. Pain in the ass between the gates having a desoldering gun almost. Yeah, so have you tried just holding your... Okay, here's one thing that you could do. I'll show you real quick. So, for the bent pins, it really depends whether or not you need the PCB still. That's why I'd much rather desolder something like that, where you're harvesting something, you don't give a fuck about the PCB at all. I need to turn on the soldering iron. But yeah, another way is to hold the iron on the pad and the pin, and then as you're heating it up, try to pull the switch out. ADV7, hey, how's it going? Just got off an exam. Ooh. Prostate exam. Worst ASMR ever. Yes, it's terrible. I can assure you, it doesn't sound any better in person. Oh, Iridius, you're in North Carolina as well? Dude, there's actually so many keyboard people from North Carolina. It's insane. So, Ghostly Grixley, welcome to the stream. I am just trying to harvest. I'm trying to take the switches off this keyboard. And so I'm using a desoldering gun to suck up the solder. We want the switches in here. I mean, if you ask me, I'd rather pay 50 cents for one of these switches than $1 for some of the new Zeal linears. Because with the Zeal linears, you still have to get replacements and you need to get extras because of the clicking problems and things like that. So it gets expensive pretty fast. Flash card springs from Sprit. If they don't say that from Sprit, probably not. That's just the way it is. Atlanta is where God got his Porsche from. Yeah, beadlocks, like I said, if it doesn't say from Sprit, probably not from there. Look at these double shot keycaps. So thin. Alright, see you, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a great week as well. Should how long this? Yes, it is 10.25 or something like that. Either 9.75 or 10.25. I can't remember. Let me see. It is 9.75. Yes, look at that. Look at this thing. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. I wish they had. Do they have half sweet Snapples or quarter sweet Snapples? I would enjoy Snapple a lot more if it didn't have so much sugar. You know what's better than Snapple though? Izzy's. That's the good stuff. But that's a soda though. Different thing. Oh, see, I hate aspartame. I hate any sugar replacement other than honey, maybe. Tastes fucking terrible. All the artificial sweeteners, garbage. They're not even really healthier than sugar. Maybe for linear tactile clicks, I mean, it depends, I guess. Clicks, I only like the click bar type switches. Oh no. Oops. And then there are good linears and bad linears. Although I normally just don't use linears anyway. completely clear anyway. Alright, prepare your ears, boys. More sucky suck. At least we're more than halfway there. Which means I still have there's almost one whole half to go still. Okay, but so Iridius, here's what I was talking about. For some of the switches with the bent pin, so like this one, over here, you take your switch puller, is this key right? Yes. Switch puller, and then it's kind of hard to show it on camera. You heat this thing up, just hold the iron there, and then pull. So look at that. It's way easier than going at it with a solder wick. And most of the time when you're going at it with solder wick, you risk burning something as well. See, the pads are still intact. Everything looks fine. See, so your switch with the bent pin, look at that. Xylitol? Really? I don't know. I have not enjoyed any of the artificial sweeteners. I think this. And I mean, honestly, most things just need like half sugar anyway. I don't care about that pump noise, but the squishing sound is strange. Oh yes. Oddly sensual, huh? Almost done, guys, I swear. Only 2 rows left. Well. 2 half rows, basically. I just took out half a pad over there. What the fuck? Things no one likes, no one wants to hear during sex. Oh, I just tore out like half a pad over there. I don't know how some people kind of did just harvesting switches as a second job, because yeah, I cannot imagine just doing this for hours and hours on a weekend. Oh. Alright, see you, Serzel. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, someone's making me sleepy. Oh yes, well, have a good night. Should I buy them all in one place? Yes. Absolutely. That is annoying, isn't it? I mean, I have 6 used space bars, but you know, it's still gonna cost about the same unless you send them here, but you're gonna build them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I bought 10 from them, I think. And I have 10 just sitting in my drawer here. FR301 is not light. Hand cramps after like 2 full boards. Yes. At least the 301 is way better than the 300. The 300 with the original barrel is terrible. And shit gets clogged really easily. It's all these bent switches. So annoying. Yeah, I can't imagine doing this with a solder socket, honestly, unless you just have way too much free time. Man, I can't remember which board it was. I think it was the Leopold board that I was supposed to switch swap. They had bent pins for every other switch. So half the switches had bent pins. And yeah, I actually told the guy, like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this because if you want me to do it properly, it's going to take you know, way too much time. And there's just too much risk of damaging it. I think that's all the switches without bent pins. PC Load Letter says, I give up after like 5 switches if I had to use a sucker. Yeah, it is bad. I think I've desought. I harvested switches from a Brown Alps. So it was, yeah, the IBM 5140, I want to say. I didn't use a solder sucker. I just used solder wick for the whole thing. It's like a 60%. Harvesting is 10 times easier than lubing though. It is. Oh, it for sure is. Harvesting is, but you know, with harvesting, you're trying to make it as cheap as possible. With switch lubing, at least, you know, there's... Actually, you know what? At least harvesting is not as frustrating as switch lubing. Switch lubing, what pisses me off is when you spend all that time, you know, with switches, and then when you test them, like, oh my god, this one has a click problem. Oh, this one, you know, feels super scratchy. Oh, this one sounds like there's something wrong with it. And then you just, you know, because you start out thinking, I'm going to lube 100 switches, and it quickly goes into 120, 130, 140. Because then you run into issues and things like that when you're testing. Of course, I know most people don't test their switches. They don't give a shit. And, you know, I've had to build some keyboards with switches like that. But yeah, but if you really care, it takes a lot more time than you think for switch lubing. Yeah, it's just redundancy. You have to do multiples. And then you test them. I test them 2-3 times. Whoops. Lol, what am I doing? No, I turned it off. I did an Alps board with every pin being bent. Luckily I didn't care about the harvest board, every switch. Yes. I think the one I did was the same way. And yeah, thankfully the guy didn't give a shit about the... Well, actually... I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, I've had to do harvesting. This was back when I offered desoldering services. I've pretty much stopped. Also, yeah, with a solder wick for the whole board. Would you use a soldering iron if you have one? Do you have one, Mr. Patroff? With desoldering iron? You mean a desoldering gun? Mr. Patroff says, I use my KBD8X as my daily. Great keyboard and really good value. Very nice. Yeah, we just got done with one. It's back there on the desk. Finally finished it up. Okay, I'm just trying to clean the iron before I put it back. Yeah, if you are planning on getting a desoldering gun, you definitely need a drill for the drill bit because you need a way to clean the nozzle. If you don't, good luck because it's gonna suck. Oh well, it will not suck because it will get clogged then. Oh man, look at that. Oddly satisfying when it all clumps up. Look at that. Holy shit, that was a big chunk. Yeah, that was solder from the whole board, right? This one, you know, they use good leaded solder. Back in my day. Alright, now for the pain in the ass switches. Wait, why can't you use flip space with... First of all, you should not be using flip space anyway, but why? Oh, because of the off-center, Yes, okay, yeah. Live pro tip, just don't use flip space. Oh, I just realized the... Oops. Hako is kind of finicky. I love it, but I have to lube the gaskets with silicone grease frequently to keep a good seal. Oh, is that what you do? Maybe I should do that too. But yes, you have to be really good about maintaining it, and even then, it can still go bad. My 300 went bad. That's why I bought the 301. Like yeah, it just. You know, I replaced quite a few parts on it, I cleaned it and everything, and it still just wouldn't work. Replaced the tip, replaced a bunch of shit, and then still didn't work, so it's just sitting on my shelf. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Team early. Oh, I forgot to desolder one switch. Damn it. One switch. Oh, two switches actually. The bottom row. Whoops. Barbecued some chicken. Very nice. What style of barbecue? Or well, did you season it? Did you marinate it? Did you do it the Midwest way? Just plain old chicken breast? Kebabs. Very nice. Man, I have not had good Middle Eastern food in a while. I want to get some. Or Mediterranean, I guess. Mediterranean food. Isn't that usually the stereotype? I mean, I think that the whole jerk off about Southern food being really good is just a lie. It's an absolute lie. Only Southern people say that Southern cooking uses a lot of seasoning. Because let me tell you, I've been to quite a few families here for Southern cooking. Terrible. Just garbage. And so every time I'm on Reddit and I see people like oh, not here in the South. We actually use, you know, some seasoning. I'm like, no, you use salt and pepper, you fucking dumb cunt. Like, oh yeah, I love spicy. I put hot sauce and everything. Dinner at my house? Oh man. Yeah, you just have to do the dishes. Yogurt sauce, grilled zucchini, red pepper, onions, and grilled the bread while I was at it. Man, that sounds pretty good. How long did that take? Long enough to miss most of the stream. I bought a vegan frozen burrito on accident. It was pretty good. A lot of vegan food is actually pretty decent. It gets a lot of... I think the reason why a lot of vegan food gets a rap for being bad is because of the people usually making them. Because you can make a lot of good vegan food. But it's usually the people who do go vegan. Right? It's a lot of... I hate to say it, but you know, it's typically a very white woman thing. And this is not supposed to be offensive to any white women out there. But, you know, most of the time, that's a demographic that goes vegan. And that is also the demographic that... I'm sorry, but yeah, typically makes... Yeah, pretty bad food. Typically, in my experience. And so, that's why a lot of vegan food is bad. As a non-white woman, this offends me for not being included. Oh no, I'm gonna get banned. I'm gonna get reported. Not like, you know, Asian food, you can make a lot of really good vegan Asian food. Because dairy is just not even a part of, you know, our diet. So as long as you skip meat products, you're good. You're good to go. Were you using a 6.25 instead of 6U? Is that why? PC Little Letter says vegan is bad when they do stuff like make vegan versions of cheese or meat. I mean, it's all a what's the word I'm looking for? A work in progress. Right. Vegan cheese might be bad right now, and most of the time it is fucking terrible. But you never know. Maybe eventually they could make, you know, pretty good vegan cheese. And all that just takes experimenting, takes, you know, finding out what makes cheese cheesy. You know, I think the main problem with a lot of vegan cheese is it doesn't have that same stretchiness to it. And so if you eat a vegan pizza, yeah, the cheese just doesn't feel very good. But Whisper says vegan burgers are unequivocally shit. I guess. To be honest, yeah, I can't think of a time I've enjoyed a vegan burger. But there's a lot of vegan things I don't mind at all. Seitan. Wait, so what is that? So it's a chicken substitute, apparently. Like, for example, my favorite thing to get at Chipotle is actually the sofritas. I actually much prefer the sofritas to all the other stuff that they have. The barbacoa, typically I will enjoy it, but, well, I say normally, or ideally, I would enjoy the barbacoa, but it's just a crapshoot. Some places have it really dry, or, you know, sometimes you go there, it might be moist, sometimes it might just be dry as shit. So, but sofritas, most of the time it's nice and moist, so I go for the sofritas when I get Chipotle. And then, you know, when I get not exactly Indian food, it's more Bengali food, but, you know, they're kind of similar. When I get Bengali food and I'll get biryani, I'll get vegetable biryani because their vegetable biryani is actually the best. And so I'll order vegetable biryani, but I get a side of side of curry, as in just a little bowl of curry on the side. And then they was like, "Are you sure you want the curry?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "You understand there's chicken in there, right?" I'm like, yeah. Like, no, it's not vegetarian. I'm like, yes, and I want it with my vegetarian biryani. Thanks for checking, but yes, I want it that way. I'm not actually vegetarian. Oh, okay. Yeah, cause if you get chicken biryani, it just has these, you know, fucking boiled chicken cubes or whatever, and it's just not as good. But the vegetable biryani, you get all these, you know, you get cabbage, you get potatoes, you get all this good stuff in there. Carrots. You just get either sofritas or carnitas. See? Sofritas, man. That's the way to do it. And then I think for a while I went back to getting their what is it? Chorizo. But the chorizo is always dry as hell. Like, oh, good chorizo is not supposed to be like that. Vital wheat gluten, vegetable broth or water with seasoning. When cooked, it has a texture similar to fried chicken. Vegetable biryani. Hey, Zoology, good to see you here. In the biryani, it's pulao or I know what you're talking about. It's because yeah, you can get it pulao, palao or something like that. I can't remember. But no, this place, it actually, I know what you're talking about. I know. It's like saying that a chicken sandwich is not a burger. Yes. But this is, hold on, let me see. Chameli. Oops. Where is it? Is this the vest? No. I can't find a picture of it. But it basically looks completely identical to their chicken biryani. It's absolutely identical. Because it uses all the same spices and everything, and turmeric and all that good stuff. And so it's different from their, is it pilau rice? Yes, pilau rice, P-I-L-A-U. Yeah, so it's different from that. They actually do have a pilau rice, and it has less stuff in it, and it doesn't have all that turmeric, it doesn't have all that yellow in it. Whereas the vegetable biryani, like I said, just has more yellow, it has a more robust flavor. And then you can get the pilau rice. The pilau rice is typically, if you don't really get white rice, you only get pilau rice or naan. But yeah, so like I said, it's more it's more of a semantics thing. Like I said, you know, a chicken burger. You know, people are like, oh no, a chicken sandwich is not a burger because there's no beef in there or whatever. I'm like, yes, but you know, I could have a grilled chicken you know, when I said it, I mean like a burger bun and all that stuff. Sin, hey, how's it going? Yeah, because back home, no one calls it a chicken burger. No one calls it a chicken sandwich. Everyone calls it a chicken burger. Because when you say chicken sandwich, we're thinking of other kinds of bread instead of the burger bun. So we're thinking like maybe a club sandwich or something. No, zoology, yes. Turmeric, yeah, I know the yellow thing. That's why I said that they have a pilau rice as well, which is what you usually get if you order any of the dishes. They don't serve white rice. They just serve pilau rice. And yes, they have that. It has that orange. It has the saffron in it. Yes. And I mean, I'm just going off their menu, and they're Bengali. There we go. We took this thing out. We did a thing. And these have PCB mount stabs. And look at this. Remember we talked about the spacebar wire orientation being important? See where they put it? South facing, because that's the way it should be done. The wire should be on the bottom, not on the top side. Okay, and this whole thing, I'm just gonna throw it away. Unfortunately. I need to find a electronics recycling center, or whatever you call those. Alright, we've got our switches here. They're probably Nepali. I've heard something about that. I've heard that a lot of Indian food places are actually owned by Nepalis instead of by Indians. And also the same thing with Indian food being owned by Bengali instead of by actual Indians. Let me look for... Maybe I should ask them someday. I used to go there almost every week. Okay, here's the link to that place, Zoology. And it's actually one of my favorite places to go because it reminds me of home a lot, the way it's done. And you can see just, okay, here, let me look at it. Oh shit, what have I done? Why is the link chicken rice? Fuck. Okay, so... where was it? They have a... The hell? Where is their... Okay, yeah, see, the goal is to bring people and their ideas together over a shared love for delicious chai. And so every time you go there, if you sign in on Yelp, you get a free cup of chai, or chai tea, as people here would like to call it, but you know, it's kind of redundant because chai means tea. But yeah, so you get, and it's brewed fresh, so it's still hot. You get a nice cup of chai and you add sugar on your own, so there's no sugar on it normally, so you can just drink it like that. And so the place that the reason why I really like this place is because it's obvious what the owner cares about. So it's this old, you know, either Bengali or Nepali or Indian, I don't know. But old guy, obviously, you know, retired or something. He probably used to have another job, maybe. And so every time you go there, every evening, he's just there with his buddies. Like, so Talisman Solutions, he talked about having a breakfast gang, right? So this was kind of a dinner gang, or the coffee gang, or the tea, I guess tea, more chai tea gang. And every time I go there to eat, yeah, he would have his friends over there, and they would just be sitting at a table, just drinking chai, just, you know, probably for free. You know, that guy's probably just covering them for the tea. And so they're all just sitting around talking. They always have news channels on. I guess they're talking about politics or something. I don't know. And yeah, they're just always drinking tea and just sitting around, and the boss is always there. He's just always there, just hanging around. And yeah, so it's like, you know, when you're old and you open up a bar just so that you have a place where you and your friends can hang out. And it's really nice. You know, it definitely feels like a very social place because you go there and you see him hanging out with his buddies all the time. So you go there, you feel like, okay, you know, I can stay here longer than, you know, say if I'm at a Chili's or something. You know, you feel like there's that intimacy, that feeling of family, kind of. So yeah, so that's why I like going to that place. It's very casual. It's very just, you know, you go there, you sit down, you get chai. Even if you don't sign on Yelp, they're like, oh, don't forget, we've got free chai, you know, make sure to grab a cup. And yeah, so pretty nice. Pretty nice. I should go wash my hands and then... Oh, we've gone on for 2 hours, yeah. And should probably start wrapping up the stream. I need to turn off all my soldering stuff. Okay. Let's roll the credits. Zoology says, true story, Nepalis are the backbone for most of the classic Bengali/Indian restaurants. Buffet casual places, usually. And they usually give a discount if you're paying cash. Bengalis are the Mexicans of the Indian subcontinent, then Nepalis are the Salvadorans, doing the grimy, dirty work. Hard work that the Mexicans get credited for doing. But what if it's just all the bad hombres? Okay, thank you for the follows, Lurdle, Special K, and Invidious Ignamerus. And as well as the resubs, Cripple, Dodhead, PC Load Letter, and give subs from Tally. Thank you so much. Hello to my, yeah, we are ending 14 by 71. Don't worry, we didn't do too much today. Let's see. Just in time. Yeah, so thank you everyone. I'm gonna look for someone to raid right now. Thank you so much for being here. It's just, let's see. Yeah, there's lots of projects being delayed, mostly with switches and just stuff arriving. You know, I'm supposed to build, so supposedly the past week and this week, I was supposed to do the Zephyr and M65. The Keyblade was supposed to happen, but the guy kind of forgot to send the switches. And then a Mira. There was supposed to be a Moon as well. I don't know what's going on with that one. A Mira and then a GHV2. Supposed to redo the GHV2. And they were all supposed to arrive and be done these 2 weeks, so last week and this week. And then yeah, just either switches being stuck at customs or one of the guys got married, the one with the Mira and GHV2. So he had to wait until his honeymoon was done before he shipped the boards out. And just other things, yeah. Raid someone good. Kappa. Okay, let's see who's live. Is Mr. Rologist even streaming right now? I don't see him here. Is he live? I'm looking at him right now. That's him. Oh, I guess he just restarted his stream. And PC Load Letter, you have a good night too. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you can join us on, I'm hoping Sunday. I will continue with the Saturn V. We did a third of it on yesterday, and then so I'm gonna do the second third on Sunday, and then the final third next Sunday. But yes, have a good week, everybody. We are just going to go to Mr. Rologist because why not? He's basically my Twitch comfort food. Alright, see you everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. Hopefully on Friday the switches will have arrived. We'll see about that. But see you guys.